Hi, everybody. Okay, so today we're going to talk a little bit about the audition process. I know that we touched base on it lightly on my workshop, but the audition process is something you need to be made aware of. Is that it's great that you can self-tape, because self-tapes you can actually audition for anything anywhere in the world these days and get cast. However, this is one thing that other casting folks and I have talked about is a lot of times actors get so secure in self-taping because they can retape that audition over and over and over until it's perfect. And it's great. You want to do that. You want us to see your best side, but those same actors will get on set and just be totally, you know, off the chain because they might be with another famous working actor that's on that set, and then directors and producers and AD, first, seconds, and thirds, and all these folks around, and then they totally get in front of the camera and they just, where am I? What am I doing? So that coaching and training is so necessary. It not only in the audition process, but before you even set foot on a set, you really need to gain experience behind the scenes and be on sets and understand how it works and how everything is put together, and understanding who is who and the titles of each person is super important as well. And it's not I'm going to be an actor today, I'm an audition, I get this part. And a lot of actors here in Texas, is southern states, period, we have a lot of independence, and they're not as formal sometimes, and go by protocol as much as the larger scale budgeted films. But actors need to be educated on both, and you need to work on a large scale film or television series to understand the workings of how things go on an actual set. And so it's super important that you gain all that experience beforehand. And then you continue your coaching and training with your character study, character breakdowns, your scene study, scene breakdowns. Learn everything you can in your coaching and training, and also gain some more experience while being on sets. And just sitting back and watching when you're on a set, watching other actors, watching what goes on, just quietly watch and observe and learn. It's really important for that. And it's very important because I have directors come to me all the time, and they see tapes from actors, and then they'll come back at me and ask, well, have you worked with this actor before? Do you know them? And this is why I like to reach out to actors, and I like to have coffee times and communicate with actors away from sets, because I get to know them personally and who they are and what they're about, what they've gone through before they started acting career, what they did before, what they're doing now, and what the goals are, where they want to go. So that actually helps me to understand them and know who they are and their attitude. And attitude is everything. And I'll say this: everybody in talent is great. You got to have the skill and the talent, and understanding of protocol and the film industry. But I will say, many of you think that's all it takes. But honestly, the biggest thing is personality, attitude, a good attitude, a good heart, respect, kindness. Man, that goes so much further than what you honestly think it will. It really does. It's to be humble and be in this industry and work hard and respect people. Be kind to people, because that really makes a difference. And even if you didn't book something or get cast on something that you auditioned for, if you made it to the Zoom process or the interview process, just know that casting does root for you. We cheerlead for you, especially if we know you personally. Like I said, I had directors ask me, do you know this actor? Have you worked with them? What can you tell me about them? So that's why it's important for me to get to know actors and meet them and talk to them personally and have my coffee time talks and invite a bunch of them together so that we can all talk and I can get to know each one of you and y'all can talk together. And because it's really important that I know you. And I actually had somebody in the industry who's very well known tell me that why do I take care of actors? Why do I even care? It's not up to me to take care of them and know all this stuff, but it really does make a difference to me and to the actors and in this industry who I know and I have worked with about them. It makes a huge difference. So I wanted to share that with you all. So keep going, keep doing, keep coaching, keep training, be 100%, understand the tape process and how when you get on a set, once you get cast, you have got to be spot on. You've got to know what you're doing. You've got to know what exactly to do when you get in front of those cameras and feel good about it and feel relaxed and feel at home actually in front of a camera. That's the place you want to get into. So I just had to share that with y'all. It's super important. I see so many actors that self-tape and then they get on a set and I'm hearing back that, wow, they didn't really do what they did in the taped audition. They kind of were a little at a loss at some points. So just keep that in mind. Okay? We'll talk soon.